Yes, I'm inside. Yes, I'm working on that lighting. And yes, I am that serious. And today, Lil Durk, old days. Let's find out if it sets it off. Intro. Lil Durk, out of Chicago's O Block, representing the 300, right? Look, there is some people out here who have done real deep dives into the lives of Durk, the friends of Durk, the city of Durk. If you ever want to get into it, you can check out, I think his name's Trap Lord Ross, or you could go to Chirac. But today, I'm not getting into any of that because the truth is, I don't want to. It's not really what I care about. I am here for the music. And as J. Cole said really recently, Lil Durk said he'd been on his positive, so let's do it. I don't really know what to expect as far as what this song will entail. Old Days makes me think it's going to be kind of reminiscing on the old times, but I'm talking in the fact that I don't know if we're getting up tempo. I don't know if we're getting a slower song. So I'm a bit excited. I'm not 100% sure what the last time a Little Durk solo song sounded like. I don't know if I've heard one in a while. I'm going to lay it all out on the line. I'm not the biggest Durk guy of all time. Not because I dislike him. His music just doesn't really seem to ever make it into my sphere. Although I've been really on a Little Durk kick lately with a bunch of his music, with a bunch of his features, kind of making his way into my music. But anyways, that is irrelevant. Y'all didn't come here to hear me yap. Y'all came to see me react. So let's get right into it. Now, Lil Durk, old days. Let's find out if it sets it off. But first, I gotta do the YouTube thing. So like the video if you want to, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and please leave a comment to help Mr. Al go rhythm. Every time you guys interact with this video, it gives YouTube the confidence to suggest this video to someone else, and that is everything to a small-time creator. I appreciate the hell out of all y'all. Thank you so very much. Lil Durk, old days. Let's find out if it sets it off. Let's go. I got a few things to say about some of the stuff he was just talking about. We're gonna talk about it afterwards. I don't really want to get in. We're gonna let him vibe. Praying for the street. All right, let's take a second and talk about it. Lil Durk, old days. Does it set it off? Tell you in just a second. First, I got to do the YouTube thing. Like the video if you want to. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And please leave a comment to help Mr. Al go rhythm. Every time you guys interact with this video, it gives YouTube the confidence to suggest this video to someone else. And that is everything to a small-time creator. I appreciate the hell out of all y'all. Thank you so very much. Now, a few things I want to talk about before I give my opinion on the entire song. And the first thing is there's an interesting message happening here in this song, right? He is reflecting on a time period where things were different from his life's perspective. Some positive, some good. You hear him mention beating the case in 2014. You hear him talking about riding with the old friends and dudes that he's lost. And there's definitely some Vaughn to it. He talks about throwing up, seeing the Vaughn body. It's hard. It's hard because there is a lot, there is a lifetime's worth of trauma. And what does that do to your psyche? But this concept of not respecting where the things have gone, like backdooring loved ones, setting up the homies. It is funny to watch the street guys kind of mature in certain ways. And it's interesting because you can tell that Dirk really wants certain aspects of his life to be over. He's tired of certain things. You can hear it in his voice, you can hear it in the words that he's saying. He is at the end of his ropes with a lot of this stuff. He really has come to a place where it seems like he is absolutely ready to separate himself. But he also understands that he can't. And so he has to, instead of separating himself, he has to set a better example. And there's a couple topics in here that are interesting. The I can't make peace, it's been too long. It is valid, right? Because in the war on the streets, there is a long standing feud to the point where some of the members don't even understand the beginnings of some of these things. And I'm not going to get into that. That is not what I'm in. I don't want to. Who cares? This specific case. But in general, these long standing wars just continue and they continue. And there is no path to peace, right? Because the solution isn't possible, right? What you want is all the lost partners and homies and everybody back. That can't happen. So there is just this constant, uh, just just the continuation of violence at all times, and it's rough. And there's a lot of people in the world that will never understand it, and there's a lot of people in the world who totally get what is happening, and you just man, when you hear the passion in some of these words that Dirk is saying here, and you could tell that there is some oomph to what he's talking about. It is man, when you think about all the young men and women that we've lost in this country over things they don't even understand what they're fighting about. And in some cases it's not, right? You do have things that go too far. And I think, O Block has been a great example of what happens when things can go beyond the street. And man, you can just hear he wants to end some of these things, but he knows there is no end to a lot of them. But certain things in his life he can help facilitate an ends to. And shout out to Lil Durk for really, really maturing over the last couple of years and really becoming honestly the voice. The statement of him being the voice is starting to be true. Because now he's not only the voice of the street, but he is the voice of reason to the streets. And that is something that might have an impact long lasting, way beyond the years of his bars. And shout out to him. Salute to you, Lil Durk. Anyways, Lil Durk, Old Days, sets it off, makes the playlist. I thought it was fire. The beat was amazing. He was riding. He was in his pocket. He was holding control. He was really taking care of the exact song that he needed to. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was amazing. And yes, it definitely is shooting right to the tippy top of that playlist. Probably going to go on the workout playlist because it just had that vibe to it. Anyways, Lil Durk, Old Day, sets it off, makes the playlist. I thought it was incredible. Yes, I'm inside. Yes, I'm working on this lighting. And yes, I am that serious. I'm out.